Go. Go.
Welcome back, people, to this week's In the Box podcast. We are the Four Turnstiles, and in tonight's show, we'll be briefly covering the weekend's Premier League results. We're specifically talking about the North London derby. Then we'll be having round 3 of the Mastermind. Then we'll go back to my question from last week with who are our heroes from the decades, where we'll be talking about our players from the 80s, 90s, 20s, and modern day. Then I'll be handing the baton over to our co-host Glenroy to talk about last night's Fury Wilder fight. So, Hass, do you want to take us through the weekend's results and how it's affected the table?
Yes, Steve.
Don't you want to introduce us first, mate? Or
Sorry. Sorry.
Too eager to get onto that North London derby.
I've been eager for this.
He's itching, isn't he?
Yes. So, anyways, on tonight's show, I've already mentioned my co-host Glenroy. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. How's everybody? Everyone all right?
Spurs boys, how are you?
Yeah, we're all right, man.
Yeah?
Been better.
Getting there.
Yeah.
What are you
forward to tonight?
And what are you two Spurs boys' names? Just so the listeners know who you are.
Cool. I don't know if I should tell my real name or not after today's performance. Oi, Hassan.
Hassan.
And I'm the one and only Hakan.
Hakan. Hassan and Hakan. And if you didn't know, they're bloody brothers.
You know what I mean? Oi, the H bros.
If not, that would be a bloody coincidence, wouldn't it? But anyway.
So, anyways, Hass, do you want to take us through the results and how the table stands, please?
Yeah, I'll run you through the results and I'll run you through the top 6. You're going to like this, aren't you? Right, Saturday, the 1st of December, Premier League fixtures were Palace 2, Burnley 0, Huddersfield 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Leicester 2, Watford 0, Man City 3, Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 0, West Ham 3, Southampton, Man United drew 2-2. And today's fixtures, we've got Chelsea 1-2-0 at home to Fulham. Arsenal beat Spurs 4-2 at home. And Liverpool got a last-minute equaliser against Everton to win 1-0 at home. The current table is sitting. Man City first on 38 points. Liverpool second on 36 points. Chelsea third on 31 points. Arsenal and Spurs joint fourth on 30 points.
Hang on a minute. There's no joint, innit?
All right. You got a bit of you got 4 goals, the goal difference on us.
All right. So who's fourth?
On fourth, Arsenal on 30. Tottenham fifth on 30 points. Both on 30 points. Yeah, and then we've got Everton on 22 points.
Okay.
So what, I'll chuck this in. And I honestly do not know the answer. Who's Arsenal's next game against?
I'm not even
Man
too
U
sure.
on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Man United.
Is that in the league?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. Away.
Out Old Trafford, yeah.
And we've got Southampton.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll run through the fixtures, midweek fixtures, if you want.
Yeah, please.
So we've got Tuesday. On Tuesday the 4th, we've got Bournemouth at home to Huddersfield Town, Brighton at home to Palace, West Ham home to Cardiff, Watford home to Man City, and on Wednesday the 5th, we've got Burnley at home to Liverpool, Everton at home to Newcastle, Fulham at home to Leicester, Wolverhampton at home to Chelsea, Manchester United at home to Arsenal, and Spurs away, Wembley, at Southampton, so home and away to Southampton.
So we could potentially be 3 points clear of again come Wednesday night.
Potentially, but the way Man United are playing, mate, God knows.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Yeah, you all thought you were going to be 6 points clear of us come Wednesday, didn't you?
No.
Anyways.
We'll get onto it.
Yeah.
Don't debate yet, boys.
So, thanks for that, Hass. I'm sure you Spurs boys won't want to talk about this for too long. But what did you make of Spurs' failure to make it 2 wins in the last away at Arsenal in the last 27 attempts?
I'll start this off.
Yeah,
right?
go on then.
Look, I mean, you can talk as much as you want to talk. At the end of the day,
Sorry, well, hang on a minute here. The talk started on Friday, did it?
the truth is the truth, right? You were the better team today. You seemed more hungry for that today, and you deserve the 3 points, boys. You know, and there's no denying it. I was a little bit shocked when I looked at the old team sheet and that Alderweireld was on the bench. I mean, I don't quite get that, but look, I want to question out Toby Alderweireld. I'm a bit confused. I don't understand why we are won't. Sorry, Toby. I don't understand why Pochettino done that. But listen, who am I to criticise? At the beginning of the week, we had 3 important games: Chelsea, Inter, and Arsenal. If I knew we was going to be winning 2 of the 3 games, I would have snapped that straight away. However, I would have rather beat Arsenal than the other 2 players, and I rather took the 1 win. But look, it is what it is, you know. And you guys fully deserved it, mate. You know, fully deserved it. I thought Mustafi was decent at the back. No, I'm only joking. But no, all jokes aside, I thought you fully deserved to win today. You were the better team. You come at us in the first 20 minutes like, oh, mate, we didn't know we looked disorientated. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, we got 2 goals back before half time. We looked comfortable for the first 5 minutes of the half, and then I think you guys kind of like settled into your change of formation, and then you just bossed us again. And you know, I'm a bit pissed off about it. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is, mate. Nothing I can do, and props where props is due.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I pretty much agree with everything you just said. I think we was poor, to be honest. Like Ellis said in a group chat earlier on today, name your good players for Spurs. We didn't really have no standout players who took the form, but it's been a demanding week for Spurs, to be fair. But that's no excuse. We always go to Arsenal to win. Obviously, we've got a bit of a poor record there, as Ellis mentioned. But then again, I don't think Arsenal won too many North London derbies in the past 10 years.
Get out.
Oh, mate.
It's been quite competitive, should I say, over the past 10 years. So, all in all, yeah, well done, Arsenal. I thought that little terrier, whatever his name is.
Torreira the Terrier.
To be fair, I'll give him his dues, mate. He done well today. He did surprise me. I heard you, Gooner, speaking about him before, but I thought he had a really good match. It did impress me.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I agree with you, mate. He surprised me as well. I thought he was a little decent. I thought he was decent, to be fair.
Yeah, he looks like a good
I
boy.
think it's something Arsenal have missed.
I think
because that Xhaka's crap.
I think overall, speaking about the game, there was a lot of individual errors, especially from Spurs, but also our first goal.
You got to be looking at the keeper there. Yeah,
that was quite weak, if I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong, I don't think most Spurs players didn't have a good game, but there's even 1 or 2 Arsenal players I didn't think had the best game. Bellerin being one of them. I thought we was lucky. Well, sorry, should I say Arsenal was lucky we didn't concede of his one or 2 of his mistakes, and we didn't take advantage of it, unfortunately. Especially that one when he played Son in the middle.
Yeah, I thought Sonny was a bit greedy at times today, to be honest with you. Frustrated me a bit, Sonny, up front. There was a couple of times where he could just square them balls or try and pick someone out, and he's going for goal. And that be honest, that pissed me off a bit. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to talk about our back line, but yeah, I mean, Son just annoyed me a little bit.
Yeah, but it was a clear-cut penalty, mind you. But
clear cut.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
come on, I don't
it's a second
mate.
favourable penalty. Even the panel on,
even the panel said it was a. Even the panel on Sky Sports said it was a penalty.
The media channel that's been saying no Arsenal player were getting the combined 11 and all stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Merson said there would be. Merson said 2 players.
Yeah,
Merson said 2 players. 2 of your players were getting.
And what did Tim Pot Timothy say?
Yeah, but do you know what? I'll be honest with you. You see Tim Pot Timothy, right?
Yeah.
I respect him for what he's done at Spurs, right, as a player. But he talks too much shit. Do you know what Tim Sherwood reminds me of? It reminds me about Carl Froch when he was breaking down that tree with a hammer and he fought in front of 80,000 people. That is Sherwood, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, you take Sherwood with a little bit of pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Now, I look at that. I'll be honest with you. We don't want to talk about the combined 11, but if we've got Toby Alderweireld winning out for Tongan, they're the best 2 centre backs out of the 2 teams.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
was awesome, mate.
He was crap today. Shut up, dickhead. He's decent.
I keep seeing that Arsenal saying, "Yeah, we beat 12 men, including the ref." I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't think Mike Dean done too much wrong today. I mean, you guys got a penalty. We got a penalty. Both penalties, in my opinion. He sent Vertonghen off. There's about 1,000 yellow cards to both teams. I don't see that. I don't think he affected the game.
No, I don't think he affected the game because the result kind of spoke to itself. However, if you'd have won the game 2-1 after a dubious penalty, then I think he would be having a different conversation about it.
But you could say it's a dubious penalty, but you look at it in two ways. Did he touch him or did he not?
He touched him, but...
He touched him, yeah, so it's a penalty. But even if you're not looking at it like that, why on earth is your defender sliding across the fucking the 6-yard box like that?
That's that's two separate.
Yeah, like a lunatic.
You can't do that in the Premier League.
The thing is, though, if you were to give a foul every time someone is touched in a Premier League game, then you're going to be giving away 5-6 penalties at a time.
I'll tell you what,
Son went down much more exaggerated than he needed to.
I mentioned it earlier.
And that's the second favourable penalty decision you've had in the space of a week.
Look at Delhi.
Where's that? Where's the first one?
Hazard last week. Did you forget about that one?
Oh yeah, see, no, you're right. That weren't. To be fair, that weren't a pen. I agree with you on that. But I believe today's was a penalty, mate. He made contact with him.
Okay.
The thing about it is, if he was standing up, right, with him, and he'd make that little touch, I agree. It shouldn't be a penalty. But the way he's come in, do you understand what I mean? And he's clipped him. I feel that's a penalty. Do you know what I mean? That's just my view.
You see Zaka's, whatever his name, Zaka's dive in the middle of the pot against Ali.
Well, there was contact there as well.
Oh, bollocks.
He's come across the back of him.
There's no contact. Watch it again. There was no contact.
Oh, mate, don't you worry. I'll be watching Match of the Day again. I hope you are there as well.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
No, actually say that. I don't watch Match of the Day when we lose.
Oh, okay.
Well done to Arsenal for winning the cup final of the season.
Cup final? All right, mate.
And, I'd like to see if you're above us come Christmas.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I did like about, but all jokes aside on today's match. Obviously we didn't win. Do you know what I mean? We all know that. But I tell you what, it was for a neutral. That was a very decent, entertaining game. End to end, it had the derby feel. It had everything, mate. Had everything that you want on a derby.
It's a great advert. That was a great advert. If you were to pick one game for what is the Premier League is all about, it'd have been that today. It had everything. It had goals, sending off, fracas off the ball. Eric Dyer making a twat out of himself. I mean, it had everything you'd want to see.
How is that? Sorry, hold a minute. How is Eric Dyer made a twat out of himself?
Well, trying to tell the crowd to be quiet and then goes and loses 4-2 and deflects one into his own goal as well.
Oh, come on, mate. Do you know what I mean? Well, you just scored, mate. You got all the Spurs fans, and all you just stand up, it's the way Tottenham. Stand up. I mean, what sort of shit chance that? Do you know what I mean? You're saying that. We scored a goal. He's shut the mouth. Same way. I suppose
25 minutes into the game.
You forget all Theo Wilcott's antiques and everyone else's little antiques in the past, don't you?
Stop talking about the past. Stop talking about
the past. That's what you've told us since Friday.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. Didn't we go and win that anyways when Wilcott gave you the fingers?
He didn't score the 2-1 goal. He scored the equaliser goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, anyways, Glenn Roy, come on, let's have someone talk some sense. We went for a Friday before we get onto it. On Friday, me and Glenn Roy were told, let's talk about combined 11s. Only 3 players would get in the team, and I said,
let's talk about.
Only meaningless. You've had your turn.
Now you want
to had your turn.
Pipe down, Spurs, boys. Pipe down, Spurs, boys.
We've listened to
Pipe
this.
down, Spurs, boys.
Let the same question.
Know your place.
Know your place.
Okay.
We'll above you next week.
Okay, next week. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Anyway,
we will.
And it's below
meaningless. Only meaningless because your team is shit. Saying I'm digging out Spurs all the time. I've actually
don't bite to it and don't get emotional.
I've actually picked up Spurs twice on this
podcast. They can't let us talk, Ellis.
Yeah, they can't.
No, go on, talk, man, talk. We're talking about the meaning. We're going to start talking about the meaningless combined 11.
Well, I said, and you said they're only meaningless because our team is shit.
No, I never said it was meaningless. You're the one that said it was meaningless.
I said they are meaningless.
It's meaningless now. It's meaningless now.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't meaningless like
it's not meaningless now, Glenn.
Sorry,
it's not meaningless now at all. What, one game and all of a sudden your whole team's better than ours? Have a word, will you? Do you know what I
Right.
mean? We had a
Either
bad
way.
day. What have you been doing this
It's
week?
banter.
Wait,
Like
no,
you said,
hold
it's
on a minute.
banter.
Hold on a minute.
It's
Where
banter.
was you lot
It's
Thursday night?
banter.
Wait, hold
It's
on a minute. Where was you lot
banter.
Thursday
Who's
night?
biting down? Hey,
It's banter.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
bad,
know
mate.
that.
You
I'm
sound
just
like a
asking you a
60-year-old
question.
man.
I'm asking you a
You
You
question.
sound like a
Where was you
60-year-old
Thursday
man.
night?
Exactly. Sit down with your long socks
Where
and your
was
pipe,
you
boy.
Thursday
All
night?
right.
You rested
Listen.
all your big players.
Listen. No, here we go.
Do you know what I mean? It's got Spurs
Go on.
coming
Get it
up.
out. Get it out. Get it
Got
out.
Spurs coming up. We've got to rest all our
Get
big
out.
guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We just play our
yeah.
big guns when we need them. Mate.
Yeah.
Where was
Where
your
were
big
they
guns
today?
today?
We rested them today. All
Yeah,
11 of them.
Yeah. Hey, their big guns are doing an Ozil.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Not showing
Ozil
up.
with his little twisted back,
Oz-
yeah.
Ozil's done more today than what your whole team done on the pitch, mate.
Ozil's going, mate. He couldn't have done, mate. He didn't
But
kick
he's
the ball.
shit. He's shit though, isn't he? He don't turn up in the big
Do you know
games.
what?
He is
I'll
shit.
be
If he
honest
was
with
good,
you.
he'd be going,
Ozil
innit?
is shit.
Yeah.
And when
He'd be
you
going,
wake up
innit?
and
Wait,
Dele
realise
Alli's
that,
so much better turned up.
you
in
know
the
what?
games than Gary.
150%.
Yeah.
150%.
Yeah. Well
The
done.
thing is, guys,
Well
the
done.
reason why
How many goals has Ozil scored against Chelsea?
Well done. Well done.
Listen. The reason why Ozil wasn't playing today is because we don't need him in the big games, like you said.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I mean?
he's shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're saving him. Yeah, we didn't need him today.
Ozil's off, man.
As you can see, it was easy pickings. It was like a training match today. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we put you boys right back in your blood clot place where your blood clot belong. You see me? Right. Today, I don't know, I know you guys are homeless, yeah? But fucking hell, mate, you don't have to fucking keep sleeping on the floor. What was all that with all this fucking diving? Every 2 minutes, Tottenham
Who's
boys.
diving? What, we're diving, but our player gets sent off.
The penalty.
Oh,
As
are
you
you
was talking about the
serious?
penalty.
Look how many
Mate,
yellows
that
we
penalty
got,
was
G. Look how many yellows we got.
What game are you watching,
Give it a
Rude
rest.
Boy?
I'm watching the fucking in HD, mate. Don't worry about that.
Oh right.
Can I
So
just say
was it Jack that had a little dive that got thingy sent off?
Nah. What do you mean got him sent off?
That was
Getting
it.
sent off. He took him out,
Of
bro.
course it weren't.
You saying Vertonghen's went to double
He
second
played the ball. He played the ball.
No, he didn't.
What, and the follow-throughs don't count,
Follow-through
no?
don't
I'm
count.
sorry,
All right,
I played
cool.
the ball. I played the ball in that sort of position. I've had to play the ball, but I've
Look,
got stopped
he had
now.
a touch like a rapist.
It's still a foul. It's still a foul.
He had a touch
Oh,
like
well,
a
that's
rapist.
a penalty
Louis
then.
couldn't
Stop
get it back.
whinging about the penalty then.
Ooh.
See, look, you beat
At the end of the day,
you beat a
these
10-man
boys got
Spurs.
scored.
You beat a
Harry
10-man
Kane-
Spurs, and you're gloating about it.
Harry Kane must have fucking.
Mate, where was
I don't
Harry
know where
Kane
he
after
was
that
today.
penalty?
He put the ball in the back of the net, though, didn't he, mate? It don't matter. Still got to put it in the back of the net.
That's all he does, isn't it?
May as well be getting an extra session with the speech
Hey,
therapist.
hey, look, hey, Hakan, listen. These boys are getting all excited because they beat 10-man Spurs. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, listen to this. Hey, these boys, remember, you boys have had your say, yeah? Let us boys have our say in the game.
They can't.
You can't do it, can you?
boys,
It's my heart. It's my heart.
Hey, boys,
seriously.
seriously.
Bitches and that.
Hey,
Lily
boys,
White. Listen to
seriously.
your fucking name. You got a fucking cock on your shirt, and you're called the fucking Lily Whites, and you fucking fans will sit there crying like little bitches. Just fucking team of little bitches.
All thought they'd still was turn
Because
up.
you're the Gunners. You got Cannons, you're the Gunners.
Today is to do. Today is to
I would say
do.
we were
30
shooting like a
league titles.
motherfucker.
You've only won 2.
We're a cup team, mate.
You have 10 fans singing
But
that.
we're a cup team, mate.
10,000 fans that have seen the league lifted,
No,
though, yeah?
10,000 fans.
Hey, Ellis,
All right,
and
mate, well
She's
done.
going low.
the last league they won is fucking older than their parents, mate. You know what I mean?
Nah, actually, it's not actually.
61?
Yeah, my parents were born before that.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
You know what I mean? But anyway, come on. Let's do
Yeah, so anyway.
bullshit.
All right, can we finish the game, please?
Yeah, man.
In our opinion. Yeah, not your opinion. In
your opinion. Yeah, go on. Give us your wild fan opinion.
No, fan opinion. Listen to this,
Deluded.
dickhead. All right. First of all, I think first half, I think we started flipping. We started like a house on fire first half. I was quite impressed. You know what I mean? I was quite surprised as well because normally, obviously, like we start pretty slow. But it's funny that the 2 games we started quick in is in Liverpool and you guys, and obviously knowing that you lot obviously play quick, start quick as well. We've matched both of you in both of those games, so that's pleasing to see. And again, that's just another, I think, little improvement that Emery's had to us as a club. Obviously, it's a bit worrying that we don't score in the first half a lot. but obviously today we did, which was good. I think that obviously defensive threat was again lots of concentration, holding with the mistake that led to your goal, and then obviously the penalty that weren't really a penalty in my view. But fucking that at the same time we kind of shot ourselves in the foot there, because we should never have got ourselves into that situation in the first place. So again, defensively we was a bit poor, but I think second half we stepped up, man. We stepped up, and again the two changes, bringing on Lacazette and Ramsey. You know what I mean? Again, it's just another sign to me that Emre is just tactically he's on point. You know what I mean? He ain't afraid to make decisions, big decisions. Again, Ozil not being there, you know what I mean, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like the way how he handles the players. I like the way how he handles the matches. If you see something's not going right, he ain't afraid to change it, which is good. You know what I mean? And best of all is that we get results from it, which is even more pleasing to see. I think I think the whole team flipping well, they didn't all play well. I think Mustafi had a bit of a dodgy game again. Xhaka, I thought he done all right. I don't think he done. You know, he didn't. I thought he done all right. Yeah, Torreira though.
Torreira's he's the one who literally bossed.
Yeah, he's trust me, he's the one. You see him, his first North London derby, and I'm telling you what, he was up for it. You can see like he's a little Uruguayan, but you can see that South American. He's 22.
Is that it?
Yeah, he's 22.
Looks older than that in the face, mate.
yeah. He's 22, like 5'6". You know what I mean? Probably weighs about 9 stone. But he's just one of those little Jack Russells that will just nibble at your ankles, mate, and he'll get that ball. And what I like about him is when he wins it, he's always looking to go forward. You know what I mean? Like last season, we would have gone back, slowed the play up, wait for the opposition to retreat, get their shape, just pass it around like needlessly with no real intent. But when he gets it now, it's like we're looking to go forward, and we're looking like within 5-6 passes, we want to be up in the opposition's half. You know what I mean? Whereas last year we wouldn't find that. And as well, the closing down, I thought was good today. Not cutting off the supply from the goalkeeper. You know what I mean? Like pushing from the front. Really, really good today. And I just thought, mate, to be honest, mate, I'm just buzzing, man. I'm just buzzing. You know what I mean? We've played City and Chelsea the first 2 games. You know what I mean? We got beat by both of those. Played Liverpool. You know what I mean? I feel we should have got a win really. But we got a draw. We was a bit lucky in that game at some points, but I think overall we deserved the win in that game. And this being the next game after that, with the as we call the so-called Big Six, it was important that we got a result out of today. Before the game, I would have been happy with a draw. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? After the form that Tottenham have been in, but yeah, man, I just think today, like, yeah, we just showed that. You know what I mean? We just showed that we are still number 1 in North London. And over to you, Ellis.
Cheers, G.
Sorry, quickly. Just quickly, who is your is he centre back or left back?
Kolasinac.
Yeah, big old boy. Where's he from?
Serbia.
He was a bit of a unit, isn't he? He was all right.
He thinks he can have it. He does, don't he?
I'll tell you what. The thing is with him, yeah, he's like he can't defend, but what he can do is he can rough you up, and he's good at going forward. He's brilliant at going forward, but he's shit at defending. But I'll tell you what, yeah, as well as you say that, actually, yeah, talk about rough up. Mate, him and Sissoko for one-on-one. I don't think them two came to actually play football today. They just came for a brawl, man. Sissoko, what a dickhead, man. He tried to start on everything, bro.
He's a bad man. What are you saying? No dickhead there, fam.
He's a prick, bro. He's shit.
I'm pulling you boys in your own pot.
He's awful, bro. He's awful, bro. I don't know how the fuck you made your team, mate.
I'll tell you what. Who scored the most goals in a North London derby?
Wait, no, don't answer that. It's in the quiz.
Oh, all right.
And I can guarantee you're wrong, what you're about to say.
Okay, fine. Yeah, but go on then. Let's run your down.
Right.
Sorry, buddy.
That's all right. Yeah, I was quite similar to you, G. Like, watching Spurs absolutely take Chelsea to the cleaners last week, I was thinking quietly, fucking hell, I think we could get it handed to us today. And then when they, you know, yes, they got through, they beat Inter midweek. I was thinking, surely not. They can't be coming to our place and slapping us up. And I think to a certain extent, well, there was elements of complacency in the Spurs today. I think, like, it was in the media in the run up to the game, it was all very favourable towards them, and you know, almost a little bit disrespectful to us. But then the game started, and you know, we came out the traps really quickly, putting them under pressure, closing them down, shutting off the supply lines from the keeper, getting in amongst it in midfield. I thought Torreira was doing a great job on Eriksen in the first half. Just wasn't letting him settle on the ball and get on the ball as much as possible. And then obviously, we went a goal up from a penalty. Like, I can't understand why Vertonghen's done that. To be honest, like, it's not like he was pushed and his hands done up.
Did he get a hand to it though?
Yeah.
Or was it the intent? He did get a hand to it.
Yeah. He went up with his hand and got a hand to it. Whether he did it intentionally or not, same as the whole.
His hand shouldn't be up there at all.
Yeah,
his hand that needs to be up.
Yeah, if you're put in the position for the referee to make a decision, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's done that, and then first then they come into it, and Leno makes a mistake for the first. I think that was possibly his only mistake of the day, and it was quite a costly one, to be honest. And then they got the penalty. I think we've covered it enough already to know what my thoughts on it are. And then Spurs kind of, got on top for a period of sort of 7 to 10 minutes where they're looking comfortable on the ball, playing in triangles and make us chase the ball and try and get the ball back, and then the sort of last 5-10 minutes of the half, I think we came into a little bit more, and certainly knocking on the door to try and get an equaliser. Half time comes, and like you said, Glenroy and Mac, I think we've got to give credit to Emre here. This is one thing that stood out for us, especially in the change. There is no way Wenger would have made 2 changes at half time and changed the shape and gone for the result. And so that's credit to Emre.
A little bit Mourinho like that, isn't it?
Yeah, not reckless, ruthless, yes.
In
that respect. And then second half, I think, Spurs had a period of sort of 5 minutes at the beginning of the game, and then we just kind of took over from them, for the rest of the game. I think the sending off did change things to a certain extent. You had to change the shape a little bit to try and compensate for that, and it didn't work. I thought we controlled the majority of the game. Certainly played, certainly our best performance of the season. It was just nice to see because the North London derby, if we're being honest about it, from both sides, it's been a little bit tame the last few years. Like Spurs fans have said, it's almost like their rivalry with Chelsea's overtaking it in terms of how hostile and how volatile it can be. And I think today's game was certainly like a North London derby from years ago when tackles were flying in.
I'll tell you what, mate. The atmosphere,
everything.
The atmosphere the crowd was absolutely wrong. I've not seen an Arsenal crowd like that, bruv, for I don't know when.
Yeah.
We even had flares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We even had flares, mate. It was awesome.
Our subs weren't having it when they were trying to celebrate the second goal. And
everything. What happened there? It was Sissoko again.
Sissoko, Ali and Eric Dyer, I think.
No, I think it was more Dyer, weren't it? As he celebrated off, he done the...
No. But you know what it was? No, because, he done that, but then he came back on the pitch, and then it actually started, just after he actually came back, because Sissoko went over, and it was with one of the subs that started off with one of the subs. And the thing. And then all the players from the pitch then ran back over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it was just how like together we were in terms of the squad responded really well. The fans were on side, and it just goes on from what we said against Liverpool, where we were sort of had the piss taken out of us for celebrating a draw. But what we were trying to say is we're celebrating the performance and just the lift of what it's like to feel like you're involved in the game, which under Wenger to a certain extent, certainly in the latter years, it didn't feel like that. I think the special shout out needs to go to Ramsey as well. It's well
brilliant
that he's off.
Can't believe you're letting him leave.
Yeah,
I know it's crazy.
But he's been there for 10 years. He knows what this game means, and and credit to him, it could have been very easy for him just to sort of lay over and let the shithouses ever die. But it was. I can't knock him, to be fair.
No, he's still putting in the performances.
Definitely.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, look.
Do you know what?
Just a quick roundup of today. Yeah, I think we can all agree that by far Arsenal were the better team today as a unit. You played better as a unit. We weren't at the races. Not that this is an excuse, right? But you managed to rest 8-9 players that started today from Thursday's game. So you had a bit more freshness about you, where I think that, we went into Chelsea, which was a derby. You went into an Inter with a must-win game.
Yeah.
It's a little bit draining. I suppose that must have been a bit of a blessing for you guys to have that. Although, like you mentioned, you said, like, you looked at the Inter, like, you're thinking, oh, mate, they're going to come with us. But I think it took a lot out of us, to be honest with you. Not that that's an excuse. You should always find extra energy for a derby.
Yeah.
But, mate, it is what it is,
And like I
said, credit where credit's due, mate. You deserved the win.
Wanted it more, to be fair.
And you wanted it more. You was more hungry, And like I said, it was a good advertisement for Premier League football. Had everything in it. Well done.
Just saying that, you just made me think of something. Do you think, like, in games like that, especially like the congestion of fixtures and stuff like that, maybe of not signing anyone and adding to the squad in key positions, has it had an effect, especially with like the midweek games when you're travelling from Wembley back home?
Yeah, you can say that. Definitely so. Obviously, the additions will always help the team and the squad. No matter, even if you bought one or two, that would definitely help out. Although, I think considering the last 3 fixtures that we've had in the time space that we've had, or even if you look back even to our last 6 fixtures in the past 2.5 weeks, it's demanding on whatever squad you have.
Yeah,
it would be demanding on a team like Man City. Now, should I say a squad like Man City, who's got strength and depth. So no matter what you are, you're going to struggle at some point. It's obviously caught up with us. And second half, you literally, just like you guys had that extra gush of wind and had that energy and you wanted it more. And we just couldn't find any type of gear, really.
Yeah.
And that's the all honesty of it. At the end of the day, well done to Arsenal. I do think you are getting a little bit carried away. We're still really early in the season.
Yeah, but like you said, Hack, if we lost that today, we would have been fucked, though, wouldn't we?
You would have been
our season would have been over. Yeah,
not over, but you'd have been very difficult in a difficult position.
But like you said, we've got half a season to go still.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So, and the thing is, we're like, I'm just for me, I'm just impressed with that. We're still up there.
Yeah, but you should be. With the amount of money you guys have spent.
Bro, listen, bro. Yeah, it's not just bro. It's not just that you can spend it. Bro, listen to me.
Whether it's Arsenal or whether it's Chelsea,
bro,
or whether it's whoever, one of the top 6 teams, should be up thereabouts. No matter if you've got a
yes, or what. But listen to me, bro. You can spend all the money in the world, bro. It doesn't mean that you're going to have a team that's going to be compatible with each other. Look at PSG. Look how much money they spend. Yeah, don't mean that they're good individuals.
Exactly, mate. That's why we didn't need to.
Exactly. You lot are a better team than PSG. PSG have better players than you, but you lot are a better team than PSG.
Have a word, man. What's up, Rio?
Bro, what are you chatting? What? Do you think that's a lie?
Sorry, say that again. I was taking the piss.
I do
I'm
think.
saying, I'm
On a
saying,
serious
you
level,
guys
on
as
a
a
serious
team
level, there
together
will be
and
a
a
couple of
team,
players
yeah,
that can get into that team.
Yeah.
are a better team than PSG. Yeah, but PSG obviously have better players individually because that's what they are. They're just a bunch of individuals. Yeah, but individually, yeah, they've got better players than Spurs, but and us. But as a team, they're not as good. You know what I mean? So what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying
got to
to
have a
you is, you
chemistry,
can
and the chemistry takes time
yeah.
to build, mate.
But so what I'm saying is, you can spend money, yeah, bro. It doesn't mean that it's gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, after we had 20 years with Wenger, yeah. The last 8 years at least has been stale, right? Real stale, like dog stale. Yeah. Now these players have mentally got that psychological in their head where they haven't had to turn up, do anything for the last 8 years, bro. You know what I mean? So he's Emre's now got to come in, change the whole mental philosophy of the club, the way they train, the way they think about things, as well as improving their game, as well as improving the team cohesion, how he wants his players to play, the tactics he wants to implement. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit he's got to change in one. So what I'm saying that I'm glad that we are where we are at the moment is because, to be honest with you, I thought it was going to take a little bit longer for him to really establish like himself and his mark on the club. You know what I
Listen,
mean?
man. Listen.
And
To
but
be
what
fair,
I'm saying
he's done
is
well.
yeah, what I'm saying is that I can see certain things that he's implemented in, and that the players are taking on, and it's not, obviously it's not perfect now. It's nowhere near perfect. I think he's probably only managed to probably implement 30% of his ideas. But what I'm saying, that 30% has already brought us a huge amount of progress from last year. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm glad that we are where we are, considering that we're still in the transitional period.
I understand what you're saying, mate, and you're right. He has done well since he's come in, and I'm sure there's a lot more to come from him. Bit more investment from Arsenal. He can bring a few more players in that he wants, and yeah, definitely, I agree with you, mate. You know, good result today. You know, look, I just
Thank you.
It was a good result. Well done, yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cool. Right. Anything got any more to add before we wrap this one
Nah,
up?
not really.
Okay. Last thing on this then.
Yeah,
Did you know?
I'll just finish something off on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
I still think we'll finish above you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool,
last
that's
thing
cool,
on this then. Did you know Spurs have now lost 40 points from winning positions in the Premier League in the North London derby?
No, I didn't, mate. But
Yeah,
I,
well,
hope I thought that would have come in the quiz.
No, you do know now. Right. Right then. Moving on. Round
Hang on a
three.
minute.
Yeah.
Who's top goal scorer now?
Yeah, who is top
Who's
goal
top
scorer?
goal scorer in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I think your guy, isn't he?
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. You know facts and stats,
Yeah.
boys.
Oh no, you don't know facts.
Yeah.
You lot, that's what you lot chatting.
Invent facts.
Exactly.
Well, if Harry Kane was top, I would know.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
enough said.
Yeah. So, anyways, last week I was the winner of Mastermind round 2. So my prize this week is putting round 3 together. So it's going to be the same format. I'll put 12 questions together. You're going to get 10 seconds to answer them. I will ask for your answers, and then the person that scores the most will be the winner.
Hey.
So, question number 1. Who is the most expensive cumulative transfers ever? So, cumulative, the most who has gone for the most money over the course of their career? Is it number 1, Neymar? Number 2, Zlatan Ibrahimovic? Or number 3, Nicolas Anelka? 5,
Right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Glenn was typing into his phone.
Okay.
Glenroy.
Glenn,
Yo.
Just
you
roll
can
on
go
with it.
first.
I think it's going to be Anelka. No, that's a brilliant.
No, I've got to take your first answer, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
go on, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I was going to go. I thought Zlatan has moved a bit, but has he gone for big money? Has he gone at the end of the contract? So I'm going to go with Anelka.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Neymar because obviously his stupid amount of money deal to PSG plus his fee from Santos to Barcelona.
Yeah. Hakan, you are right. Neymar has gone for 312 million euros in his career so far. The deal to to PSG was 220 million euros.
Wow.
So, first point. Guys, cameras on as well, please. I know what one or two of you are like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you see my light?
Yeah, I can see your light. The light is shining bright.
The light is shining.
All right. So,
Why can't we see Glenwood?
is he with us?
Well,
Yeah,
can't you see me?
Yeah, you know when you turn,
you
turn your camera on.
can.
Yeah.
When you turn your camera on, we can see that back display bit.
Oh, is that why you couldn't see it before? Oh, yeah. 'Cause do you know what? I've been looking on I've been looking to see, and now I just realised. Oh, the camera's got to be on. Oh, that means my mugshot's got to be on at all times.
Exactly.
God,
Ugly
well, no
cunt.
activity.
Come on then, Matt.
Right. Question number 2. Which player has scored a record 10 goals in the North London derby?
There isn't.
There is.
All right. There isn't. We go.
Okay. There is.
My guessing is that it's not a Spurs man.
Well, there's two players. There's two players. They're both on the same numbers. They both scored 8 goals. And
What is that? Just in the
Adebayor
Premier
and
League?
Kane.
No, Adebayor.
No, in the North London derby.
Adebayor has scored 10. Kane has scored 8. And Adebayor has scored 10.
Bullshit.
Bear with me.
My vote was Adebayor.
No,
All right, look, I just want to show you something now. Right?
Okay. Let me find
wait,
it.
Before you go anywhere, look. Right, can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah? Adebayor, this is on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Adebayor has scored 8 goals for Arsenal and Tottenham in the London derby.
Mate,
Harry
anyone can
Kane
write
has
anything from
scored 8.
Wikipedia.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Adebayor was. I'm looking at it now. Adebayor has scored both Tottenham goals. He's the top scorer for the North London derby with 10 goals. 8 in the Premier League, 2 in cup games. You're wrong. I'm right.
Oh.
Where's that then? You got any proof of that?
Yeah. Wait a second. Just bear with me.
You got told, man.
I can't see mugshot anyway.
How about that? Check the WhatsApp.
Let's have a look. But he's talking shit again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. What? Can people read that, please?
No. Wikipedia.
Ellis, I'm just reading up on it now. Them 2 goals were in a reserve game, mate. They don't count.
Yeah. Okay. Well, was that a Carling Cup game when our reserves played your reserves?
No, mate. It was a reserve game.
Well, you've
got batted up.
Well, you've kind of like taken that all the way, mate. So I was about to say Adebayor.
Well, you said it was 2, and there wasn't.
So anyway,
no, but I said Adebayor.
Well, that's going to be void anyway. That one.
That's a point to everyone. Anyway.
Well done, Hassan.
Well
done.
I'm going to go Adebayor.
Yeah, no problem. Everyone got a point there. You can thank your brother for that. Question number 3. Can you name 3 of the 4 clubs Maurizio Pochettino played for? How well do you know your manager?
Oh, can you name what? 3 of the 4 clubs?
Yeah.
Go on, Glenn, will you go first, mate?
5 seconds left.
I don't mind going.
Oh, I don't know.
I know the answers, so I'll go.
I don't know about this shit, man.
Hassan?
Go on, I can't know the answer. You go first.
Yeah, you can go. No, you can go first.
Obviously, did play for River Plate?
Don't know. You tell me.
River Plate?
You tell me what your 3 out of the 4 are.
Exactly. What are you asking us for about your manager, bro?
Oh, obviously it was. A Spaniel.
Maybe. I really got.
I'm going to say River Plate.
Bloody hell, mate. What are you waiting
I'm going to
for?
say River Plate. Shut up for a minute. River Plate.
Yeah.
And Argentina.
Sorry?
Wow.
3 of the 4 clubs.
Yeah, it's a club, innit? Argentina's a club, innit?
No, it's
Was
a
it
country,
nation?
bro. It's a nation, mate.
Yeah, I only know them two. I'm saying them two: Espanyol and River Plate.
So you're avoiding the question then because you had to name 3 out of the 4.
Well, I don't know the third one of this. What do you mean to answer you? Just say Arsenal.
Don't know.
Do
The
you know what I mean? I
question was.
don't know what the third one is, mate. I don't know.
Can I run it off then, guys?
G, do you want to answer?
No, I want to hear what G's got.
Let's see what Akan's got. Because
No,
I don't know.
come on.
Well, I don't know. I'm just going to guess.
You got Espanyol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I know they've got it. I know
Yeah.
it.
And you also got Newells.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
So you also played for Bordeaux as well.
Yeah, you're right. In the French league for a season, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Well, I only got Espanyol.
So obviously, Ellis, Matt didn't get it right. Fee didn't get it right neither.
No. Unlike you lot, you see, I'll admit that I don't get it right.
So Hakan's got 100% record so far.
Yeah, that Google thing's working for him hard, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, name 3 clubs Ian Wright has played for.
Jeez.
And England is not a club.
Dickhead.
That's about time, innit?
Right, go on then, G.
No.
Let these boys.
What do you mean? No, G.
No, because obviously I know the answer, bro. So obviously I don't want to say my shit, and then because I know what you idiots are like and that, then they'll start taking man's answers and that, bro.
Oh shit!
I can. Go on, I can. Go, I can first. You see what I'm saying? That he's
Go
on
on,
Google.
No, you don't know what it is, so we'll
I
tell
know
you
what
what
it is.
Yeah?
I know what it is, bro. I know more than 3 clubs, bro. So it don't matter to me.
Then we will know, yeah. But I'll go first, and this would be easy for everyone. Arsenal, West Ham, Palace.
Hassan?
Arsenal, West Ham, Palace, Celtic.
Oh, go on, Hassan.
Glenroy?
Yeah, go on. Arsenal, West Ham, Palace.
Yeah, well done. Clean sweep. Okay. If I was stood at N170AP, where would I be? If I was stood at N170AP, where would I be?
Wait, hang on a minute. Why can't I see man's cameras facing the ceiling?
Because Hassan's cheating.
Hassan, like, I've got one camera.
I'm not even cheating, you dickhead, man. I'm here.
No, the cameras aren't on though, bro.
My camera's on. It's always been on. I look around, no one else's camera's on.
All facing the ceiling while he's on Google. This is a joke thing.
Me?
You, bro.
I'm here. Look, check.
You lot.
This is my pad. This is my pad. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Where's your iPad?
iPad. I've got my iPad. Look. Man's on 100%. I don't need an iPad.
God, what was it going in?
If I was stood at N170AP, where would I be?
Oh, let me guess.
Leighton Orient.
I don't know. Anyway.
That's Glenroy's answer.
Go on then, Glenroy. Leighton Orient.
That's
I'll say Spurs Stadium.
Hakan?
I'm going to say... Oh, Leighton Orient's not a bad shout, Jigger, you know.
I don't know. Because you know N17, that's like...
I'm going to say Spurs, though.
That's like Walthamstows and them kind of ends, isn't it?
So where would you be?
Spurs.
Okay, the answer is White Hart Lane. You said the Spurs Stadium. Your stadium hasn't got a name yet, so I can't accept that. No, I'll give you it, really.
Well, to be fair, it weren't going to be Arsenal Stadium, and it weren't going to be like it has to be Spurs.
Where did you get that from? Is that on Google?
I got it.
If you send mail there, can I receive it?
Yeah, they can actually. No, they got a letterbox.
Have they got a letterbox?
Yeah.
Okay. As you boys are such fans of Ozil, name the 3 clubs he played for prior to joining Arsenal.
Jeez.
I'll let Glenroy go first because he's a big fan, but I do know the answers.
I don't actually.
Hakan does know the answer. Hakan knows everything, doesn't he?
Don't hate.
Don't hate. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Hakan's got too much time on his hands.
No, I just know my football, mate.
Too many Friday night pub quizzes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Daniel Colton.
Go on then, Hassan, you can kick it off.
They got to kick it off again, have I?
Yeah.
Love it, mate. Hassan's the only one that has to kick everything off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All right, Real Madrid,
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, and Werder Bremen.
Glenroy?
Obviously Real Madrid. The German club, and now you just said Werder Bremen. Nah, I've got a feeling it was oh fucking hell, their names just gone out of my head. What's their names? Fuck. It's not a big
You'll
club.
have to
It's not a big club. Oh, fucking hell, their names just gone out of my head, man.
That means you lost, mate. Move on.
Oh, go on. Fuck it. Oh, Wolfsburg.
Hakan?
Well, to be honest,
It wasn't even that.
that's a good
That's not even what I
shout.
was thinking.
And
That's
because
not even
you
what I was
said
thinking, though.
That was a good shout, Jigger. But I'm going to go Dortmund.
Hamburg. It's fucking Hamburg. Oh, no, sorry. Whoops, sorry, Hakan. Go on, mate.
Oh, Hamburg. I said Dortmund.
Okay. So the answers is Schalke, Werder Bremen, and Real Madrid.
Werder Bremen, for real. Go on.
Oh.
You,
So I got 2 out of 3.
did you not used to play for Munich then?
No, he's never played for Bayern.
That's mad. What do I always think he played for Munich for?
No, no.
Oh, well, so no one got no points.
No points on that one.
Although I got 2 out of 3 right and no one else got that many.
But the question was name 3. So
yeah, of course it is.
Two's no good, as you found out this afternoon. Anyway, which club did Moussa Dembele join Spurs from?
I'll ask Glenroy first because I know that answer. Any
Okay,
fan knows the answer.
thank you. If you win this week, you can be the host next week, Hassan. So, anyway, Glenroy, yeah.
What team?
Which team did Moussa Dembele join Spurs from?
It was the team with the Billy the Bung manager, you know, the new one, Fulham, I think.
Hakan?
Yeah, you're right, G. Well done, mate.
Don't know.
Hassan?
What you say, Hassan Blood?
Um,
Not Chelsea, fam. The other West London team.
yeah, Fulham.
Okay, yes, it was Fulham. Clean sweep right the way through. Okay, Darren Bent scored most goals for which of his 9 clubs?
Jeez.
Oh, I think I know that.
Bomber nuts. Oh.
I think I know that bad boy.
You know what?
5.
Who did he go after you guys?
3.
Was it Villa or Sunderland?
1. Hakan?
I'm going to go.
I'll go next.
Glenroy?
Sunderland.
Hassan?
Ipswich.
The answer was Sunderland with 32 goals.
What?
Sunderland with 32 goals?
Yeah.
Don't know, Rude boys.
Are you sure about that, Matt?
When you put that, look, when you start putting your cameras back on normal,
You're sure about it?
And you can't use Google, you see what happens.
So, how many goals did you score at Ipswich? Then? I thought Ipswich was for a long time. I thought that's where he made his name from.
Yeah, that is.
I thought he scored 48 goals at Ipswich.
No, did I not say 9 Premier League clubs?
No.
You
So,
did.
do you want me to avoid that question then?
No, you said 9 Premier League clubs.
No, you said 9 clubs.
Yeah, all right, sorry. I misread that one. Okay.
No, you didn't, mate. Don't say sorry.
So you misread that one. I got it right. And we're not getting no more points.
You see what happened today?
It's just an injustice against you and Spurs
these Tottenham boys all keep fucking trying to get little...
Yeah, is Mike Dean refereeing this?
Yeah.
You are, Mike Dean.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
What's the scores then? I've got about 4 now, bro.
Glenroy's got 4, Hakan's got 6, and Hassan's got 4.
Okay.
Jermaine Defoe had multiple spells at 2 clubs.
I thought he was going to say he had multiple spells with 2 Giel.
No, multiple spells, so he's played for the same club on more than one occasion. On 2 occasions.
Yeah.
Oh,
who are they?
Oh, yeah. I think I know this one.
I think I know it as well.
I think I know this one. What are you saying, Hakan? Where's your cameras at? Looking at the ceiling again.
No,
that's me, mate.
What? Do you want me to go first? I mean, you're asking 2 Spurs fans who should know this.
I don't know. It should be called the Spurs quiz, this, shouldn't it?
I don't mind going first if you want.
Go on then.
Because I shouldn't really know this. I'd say Spurs, obviously, and Bournemouth.
You two guys?
Oh, I'm going Spurs Portsmouth.
Exactly where I was going, Hass.
Oh.
Nah. The answer is Spurs. He signed for them in 2004 to 2008. Went to Portsmouth and then came back to Spurs in 2009 to 2014. And then came back to Spurs on 2014 and came back on loan. The other answer was Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
He went to Bournemouth on loan from West Ham in 2000 to 2001 and then joined them again on 2017.
Right, but didn't he go to Portsmouth on loan in 2008?
What, lad?
Then joined Portsmouth in 2009.
What, lad? Don't tell the ref what I go on, fam.
Here we go.
Just take the loss, man.
Mate, these questions are just
like... You lose the quiz.
I don't know, mate. This quiz is a bit
just
wacky.
Losing, man. Just losing.
Right, you can do it in future then if you want.
Nah, man. Don't give up to these boys and that. Just the sore losers and that, man.
What do you mean? Darren Bent scored 48 goals for Ipswich, right?
We avoided that question,
didn't we? We avoided that question, right?
Move on.
Move on. Come on, let's move on. How many more are we going to avoid?
Move on.
Who scored the first ever Premier League goal?
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
That's a good question.
Oh, I don't know that one.
You got any like A, B's and C's or
no?
It's just like, fuck you now, mate.
Who's crying in the background?
Oh, it's my picnic. Them the
What's
door's
up with
shut.
them, man?
The door's shut as well. They're in the next room and that, bro.
I don't know. I'm going to guess it.
Oh,
It's going to be well wrong, I know it is, because I bet it's some random person that scored one goal in his whole career. I'll go with Alan Shearer.
I can.
Alan Shearer.
I don't know.
Who else can you go with, mate? Leading goal scorer.
I don't know why, but I don't know why. I'm thinking Graham Lascelles. I have no what. That's just a random answer.
No, the first Premier League goal, yeah? You say the first Premier League goal, yeah?
First ever Premier League goal.
The Premier League was founded in what year? 1992 or something, weren't it?
Yeah.
I'd say somebody like it used to be somebody like Everton or someone back in them days. Somebody who's a proper old. Oh gosh, sorry boys, if you can hear the microwave going in the background. It's that time of the night again. Fuck. Oh, Andres. No, not Limp. Oh, fuck.
You said that a footballer giving an interview.
Sound like Harry Kane doing an interview. They don't think Harry Kane looks like Ben Davison.
Coach, just answer your game, man.
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't think of everything back in the day. I'm just trying to think of a player from back in the day, bro. Like some old guy, bro. Some old guy. Just think of some old guy.
Glenroy Whittock.
Dickhead. Bro, just count me out.
All right, the answer is Brian Dean against Manchester United.
Oh my Dean, Brian Dean.
Yeah, he's just
you know what? I think if you can't answer a question, you should lose a point.
Oh, shut your tits, Will.
Okay, next question. Which two English clubs did David Beckham play for? Which two English clubs did David Beckham play for?
Professionally?
Yes.
I know that one.
I can hear.
That's me.
Okay.
Glenroy, do you want to go first?
Obviously, Man United, and I'm going to say Brighton.
Hassan?
Do you know what, mate? I was saying Man United. I didn't know he played for a second team, mate. I'll be honest, I can't nick Glenroy.
No.
I'll tell you what, West Ham. I'll just put West Ham out there. I mean, I don't know what it is. What West Ham?
Well, obviously he was a one-man club, but he went out on loan at a young age, and I'm pretty sure he went out on loan to Preston.
Correct. He went on loan to Preston.
Oh, that's who I was.
Jeez, come on.
I thought it was Brighton.
Our Kane's got his fucking Wikipedia out or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the screen's
I
up.
mean, how are you getting so many? You know, if you're that clever, mate, you need to get yourself a couple wrong.
Honestly, let me flip my camera. Can you see that?
What's that? Your iPad?
No, where's that? What's that say there? Preston Man U. Has me written it down.
Right. 2 questions left. Many people call Stevie Gerrard a one-man club. Name the second club he played for.
Go on, I can. You know everything.
Yeah, you know everything. I can go on.
Shall we tell you who it was?
Yeah,
go
go
on.
on, tell us
Just
who it was.
tell us, man. You might as well just fucking take the quiz, bro.
Yeah, might as well. Everton.
Do you know what? I was going to say that to take the piss, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he went out on loan.
Scunthorpe.
I'm going to have to push you for an answer to your second one, Hass.
Is it in English or British?
Just a 2 club.
2 clubs that he played for in England, yeah?
It's not
No,
fucking give us a clue,
just
mate.
2 clubs.
That he's played for in England?
Just 2 clubs.
Oh, man.
All right, and I'm going to turn around and say...
Crazy. Oh, shit.
I'm going to turn around and say Celtic. I don't know why.
Glenroy?
Scunthorpe. Fucking nice.
Hakan?
Scunthorpe.
Nope. Liverpool and LA Galaxy.
What?
Which 2 clubs has he played for? Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Oh, you dickhead. I thought he was talking about Premier League, lad.
Nah.
That's what I thought. That's what I kept saying.
And I just said I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I just said 2 clubs.
Yeah, to be fair, he was right there, really. Come on, move on.
Last question. David
Good for that.
Ginola signed for Newcastle from which club?
You boys should know this.
Why should we know it for? We signed it from Newcastle.
He's your hero.
I'm not just saying it, but I think I know it.
Think I know it.
Go then, Hassan. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first again, mate.
West
Go
Ham.
first, 10 of the 12 questions. I think it was Reds.
Okay, Glenroy.
Regina. Oh my god. I'll say David Ginola Monaco.
Okay, Hakan.
This might be wrong, but I know he did play for him. PSG.
Correct.
Bang. Thank you very much. I'll win this week, guys.
Yeah, so you can do next week's one, all right?
No problem. To be honest, I've already started writing it up. I'll do next week's.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank God that's over with.
You'll be winning tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Moving on then. So, last week...
Well, no praise in that. Come on, man. I won that quiz.
Everyone give Hakan a round of applause.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not in a position to do that at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Moving on. Last week we asked this week to come back and talk about players that you idolised as a child, going through the decades that you've been alive. So we'll kick it off with 80s, 90s, 2000, and then the modern day. Who wants to go first?
Well, I don't know. I don't mind going first.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is it? Just your sort of footballing hero?
Yeah. Don't have to
grown
play
up?
for your team or anything like that. Just someone that you liked from the 80s. You might be abstained from the 80s as you're a little bit younger, mate. But yeah, I'll let you kick it off.
Well, I don't know, mate. If I'm being honest, I mean the 90s is. You think about it, when 2000 come, I was only 10 years old. So
Yeah. Okay, you can kick it off with the 90s if you want.
the 90s, well, right, the 90s. I don't know. When we were speaking about when we had players like Teddy Sheringham for me. I mean, that's the sort of thing I remember because Tottenham was drilled in our house. It's my brother's area. It was drilled into at a young age, and all you knew was Tottenham.
Poor kids.
Terry Sheringham as a young kid, or Klinsmann, to be fair. Always remember like the Klinsmann celebration and that season he was with us. The first time he came and kept us up was a magical moment, and you looked him at that time as a hero. Especially when he was doing them celebrations, you go to recreate them out on a Sunday when you're playing football for your Sunday team. Especially when it was all muddy and you had loads of water on the surface. Your mum screaming at you on the sideline. But no, I'll definitely say he was from the 90s. 2000s, I'm going to go once again Spurs because I don't really look at any other players as heroes or footballing heroes to me, especially as I was growing up. 2000s, I'll be looking at, and it did hurt me that he left the way he did, and he did come back, but it would more than likely be Robbie Keane.
Mm-hmm.
That geezer scored some serious goals for Spurs and some serious moments where we wasn't the best. We was trying to build, and he scored so many goals for Spurs, it was unbelievable. And it was at a time when we had that strike force of him and Berbatov at their peak. And I still, to this day, that strike force as the two up front, he's got to be up there in the top 5 in all-time Premier League history. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. As a partnership, that one-off season when they were together, they just scored stupid amount of goals, and
who was that? Sorry,
we nearly got into the Champions League because of that.
Who was that? Sorry, partnership.
Berbatov and Keane.
Oh, see.
But yeah, so I would say Keano doing the old celebration and that. Do you know what I mean? I was a bit of a round kid, so I never really got to do that celebration. I was more of doing the roly-poly on there, but I gave it an attempt. So that'll be my 2000. And modern year, once again Spurs, and I remember.
Okay, now mate,
watching Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
For Spurs. When he was on his form, when we was playing West Ham, we won 3-2 and he scored that goal. And it just so many times, and you just think, wow, that geezer's amazing. Yeah, and just a good few sporting moments to be Tottenham moments, I say. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Cool. Good answers, mate. Glenroy, let's have a bit of a
bit of diversity up here, man. Bloody hell, it's all about Spurs, isn't it? Jesus Christ, I can.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come, Glenroy.
All right, 80s. 80s. Oh, I mean, to be honest with you, I can't really say much because obviously, a lot of the time when you support your club, in it's obviously players that are at your club that you kind of look at and idolize, you know what I mean? So obviously, 80s, man, it's got to be Rocky.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he was probably one of the first players, if not the first player. In fact, he was actually the first player I ever saw play football on TV. He was the first player. He was the first player that I ever. Hang on, spare me 1 second, guys.
Should I go?
Yeah, no, sorry, no, I'm back. He was the first player. That I ever see. He was the first player that obviously as well, like being a black youth and that, you know what I mean? Seeing another black player that could play football, had skills, quick, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, it was sick. And yeah, so obviously he's my 80s. My 90s now, man, it's gotta be the first Ronaldo, I think. Yeah, he was just awesome, man. Like, obviously, like watching like the Italian '90 World Cup, and then watching the '94 World Cup. It was like, okay, it was like, yeah, man, all right, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like we had like Romario coming to the end of his Teva, Baggio that stood out, you know what I mean? And then there was a new crop of players starting to come in, you know what I mean? The Ronaldos, the Bergkamps and that sort of era, you know what I mean? And this guy, man, but he was just, when he stepped on, he was just different. The tricks, the skills.
Had everything, didn't he?
Yeah, he never, and obviously for us growing up over here, we didn't really see that over here, you know what I mean? That's how, mate.
Sorry, mate.
you didn't really see that over here. You know what I mean? Like seeing all these tricks and that. The only time we saw tricks was when we saw Brazil play. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that was a big highlight for us growing up, and that was just watching Brazil because
Yeah.
that's when you see all the tricks and the flicks and that. So yeah, so I'll say Ronaldo from the 90s. And then the millenniums now, 2000s onwards. Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? Right, I'm gonna go something. I'm gonna go something a bit different here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Obviously, it would really be like obviously Henri, but that's too obvious. So I'm gonna say Rio Ferdinand.
Fair enough.
I think for a defender to have that much ball skill and could actually play football, like I mean, if he was out,
Baller.
yeah, if he was out nowadays with all these ball playing defenders, he would be a manager's dream.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was way before his time. I think he's probably England's, if not greatest defender, then definitely top two or top
Mm-hmm.
three. Um, yeah, man, and yeah, so yeah, I'll go Rio Ferdinand.
Cool. And then modern day.
And modern day today,
Yeah.
modern day today. Do you know what? Modern day today, I would say probably. I'd say Sterling. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say Sterling, man. I love Sterling, man. Just for the amount of shit he takes, man.
Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling's a bad man. Yeah, for the amount of shit
Bad
he
man, not bad
takes.
man.
And yeah, and do you know what I like about Sterling? Like he's just himself. He don't change for no one. He's not,
No.
you know what I mean? Like you see a lot of these footballers all follow like a certain trend, fashion, and try and be something they're not, and that he's just himself, man. And that's what I love about Sterling. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so
And
that's
then,
my lot.
cheers, G. Hassan.
Mine will be. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. These are players that I remember and I used to enjoy watching. Yeah. In the '80s, Newcastle time. Who are you joining?
Sorry?
Who's joining?
I am. Is that all right?
Can you meet your mic, please?
After we done
After
it.
you've been doing it for whatever, man.
Do you
Whatever.
know what? Do you know what? In the '80s, it was the Newcastle days. Peter Beardsley.
Yeah.
I used to
shout.
love him. Used to be
Yeah,
decent
good
little
shout.
tackles on him. He's just
Yeah,
always used to be a player you used to enjoy watching. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, good player.
In the '90s, you know, it was a little bit late '80s, early '90s. For me, I always say it all the time, mate.
Got to be
Gaza
Gaston,
for me,
isn't it?
yeah, got to be Gaza. I love him to bits, mate. He was a decent player for Spurs. He showed a totally different light. He was like the English Brazilian. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then we go 2000s, yeah.
Mm.
For me, again, it's just what I enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good players in there, you know, like Zizou, fucking mastermind. But for me, I just loved watching Ronaldinho, mate.
Mm.
You know, the tricks and the skills and everything he used to do, the goals he used to score
Yeah, forgot
were
about him.
unreal. Do you know
He
what I
was
mean?
sick, wasn't he?
And then finally, my current day player, it's got to be Harriet now, mate, Jane. It's got to be Messi for me, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why Messi. You know, like I know Ronaldo doesn't get enough credit due, and I don't know why, but I'm a Messi fan. Do you know what I mean? I love the way he plays the game, and it's Messi for me. Yeah.
I'm not trying to discredit Messi whatsoever because, like I say, he's mostly one of the best players who ever played the game. But the thing is with Messi is his goals are always so predictable. You pick him up, you see him, and he just takes on about 4 or 5 players and just slots it in the corner. And as soon as you see him just do that move, you think this is a goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know
But the good thing about him is although you know what he's going to do, so do the players. They still can't get the ball off him.
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, isn't it?
You know what he's going to do, yet he's still able to do it. Man.
Cool. So mine were 80s. A little bit too young to fully remember Mexico 86. So I remember the 88 Euros. And Van Basten for me was my player in the 80s. Always trying to recreate that volley.
Sick.
Like this guy's one of the best strikers I've ever seen. You know, and at his best years taken away from him through injury. So Van Basten for me was the player of the 80s. 90s. Been an Arsenal fan, right? Complete idolise him. He's my favourite ever Arsenal player. I'm not saying but he's by no means been the best Arsenal player. But
Definitely.
When it comes to kid and idols, he was my childhood idol. To be fair, 2000. Yeah, again, for me, it can't be anyone but Thierry Henry. For me, it's the obvious choice, and the guy was just fucking mustard. To be fair, goals he scored, just everything about him just oozes class, in my opinion. And so that was my player for the 2000s. And modern day, bit of a surprise one. My favourite, one of my favourite, well, probably my favourite one of my favourite foreign players is Tony Cruz. I think the guy's fucking mustard for what you want in a midfield. I think he's got everything: short passing, long shots. So bit of a different one, but like I said, that's my modern day player. So that draw brings us to a close for the in the box football side of things. I'm going to hand it over now to Glenroy to take us into 10 count and go through last night's robbery in the Fury Wilder fight. Over to you, Glenroy.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Ellis. Yeah, we need a flipping little jingle in it, like da 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 10 count or something like that. Blend it in. Yeah, man. So yeah, Fury. Well, Wilder Fury last night, guys. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's a draw. I think everyone's on the same agreement that I think everyone agreed that Tyson Fury should have come back with the win.
Everyone bar the Wilder fanboys.
Yeah. That's no surprise in there, is it? Yeah. So we'll just have a quick. Everyone just give a quick little description of a brief description of how they fought the fight before we delve into it. Obviously, we're gonna talk a bit more in depthly of it. So just a brief roundup of how you thought it went. So we'll start off with you, Hassan.
I'm needing to start off with me, man.
All right, we won't. We'll start off with you, Ellis.
You're the best to start off with.
Ellis, go on then.
So I reckon Wilder won 3 rounds max. I think Fury boxed his head off. Was much the better boxer. Yes, he had the 2. Wilder had the 2 knockdowns, but I thought Wilder did not do anything, and I mean anything, to impress me at all last night. He looked average at best, but is that taking anything away from Fury's boxing skills? I thought he was much the superior fighter. I think it looked like Wilder may have taken him a little bit too lightly, but I think the ruling was an absolute travesty and it's just brought into question the integrity of these boxing officials and stuff like that. Did anyone hear Malinagi's quotes about it? Where he was going, if this is how they're scoring it, I may as well give up my day job because I ain't doing this anymore.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. To be honest with you, I agree, mate. You know, and no disrespect, but it's always seems to be the WBC. You know what I mean?
Hang on, guys. Let's just stick to this. Just give a quick description on the fight.
So and then we're going to get into Wilder won 3 rounds match, and Fury schooled him. To be fair.
Yeah.
I'm saying Matt. Same Matt.
I can.
Well, yeah, no, I'll put my alarm on, watch that. I also watched a couple of the other fights on the undercard. Yeah, no, decent fight. Fury should have won. I had him up by 2 rounds, 114, 112. I had Wilder winning 2 rounds, other than the 2 rounds that he got knocked down in.
What rounds were they? Do you know? I had it because I only really had him winning rounds 2 and round 5. Other than the 2 knockdowns.
It was an early round, either 2 or 3.
Probably 2.
And the other one was around about 6 or 7, or mostly 8. One of them rounds. Other than the 2 knockdowns. And alternatively, I thought he was decent. Like I said, I think Fury won. I thought you see bits of Fury back to his best, which no one expected. personally myself as well. A couple of things I did think we did find out yesterday, though. I think.
Can I just say something? Quickly, sorry, I can't. So you had him winning 3 rounds, and what 3 rounds were they?
No, I had him winning 2 rounds, other than the 2 rounds he got knocked down. What Fury got knocked down in.
So you had him winning 2 rounds plus the other 2 rounds, yeah?
Yeah, 4 rounds in all.
Do the maths. 114, 112. So anyway, come back to what I was saying. A couple of things I said last night. Last night is Fury's got a weak chin, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. The second knockdown in the 12th, that was a big knockdown.
Yeah,
and Fury got up, which no one expected him to. I didn't expect him to, but I see him.
I don't think there's many people that would have got up off that one.
Got up looking like the Undertaker from WWF days, didn't he?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I struggle to understand how that makes him have a weak chin, though.
In the rephrase it, I don't think that. Don't mean that as in the state that he's got a weak chin. I think he's just capable of going down, getting knocked down.
That is a weak chin, bro, because your chin's not taking it. Because listen, if you go down, you've got a weak chin. Yeah. If you stand on, if you take a shot and you stay on your feet, you've got a granite chin. That's the way it is. What he has got is fucking good recovery. You know what I mean, and a good sense of awareness. Yeah, a good sense of awareness of where he is. Because if you look, especially after that the first knockdown was a bit weak, but the second knockdown, that was Wilder's. I mean, Wilder ain't gonna.
I'll be honest with you.
Better than that, really. He took Wilder's best punch.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. If it was just got knocked down the once and it was that shot in the 12th round, I actually wouldn't be saying this. But it was the first knockdown. Don't get me wrong, he connected, but he just looked a bit weak. Do you know what I mean?
That first knockdown was shit, I thought.
To be fair, it looked all in slow motion. I'm not saying this is the case, but it looked like unless you took a dive in that round because someone had a bit of money in that round. I'm not saying that is the case, but that's how it felt like when he went down.
The way he went down in that, innit? Like he kind of like rolled like it was. Yeah, I know what you mean. It was a bit weird, and where he got him as well. But I think though, like what the commentator said as well, though, you got to remember, he's lost a lot of weight, and that, you know what I mean. And obviously, like it's all like your balance and that, and your sense of it's just your senses. You know what I mean.
And that's where you look back in the rematch. You know what I mean? I think Fury will deal with it. A lot better. I wouldn't have said that before the performance last night. But look, coming back to what my things on last night, I also see another thing in this. Wilder's stamina was weak towards the end of the fight.
It's bad.
Trying to find the big power punches, and Tyson Fury made him look like an amateur.
Yeah,
Wilder's. I think anyone with half a boxing brain can see that Wilder's just absolutely shit. Been so overprotected. He took a gamble. He thought at the time when the Fury option come alive, he thought, hold on a minute, this guy's been out for 3 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This will boost my profile. Rare. Let's take him out. We'll take him out, boost my profile, and I've got more negotiation power with AJ.
Hang on. Don't get into it yet. I know we're itching, man. We're itching. Right,
itching me what? You're asking me?
I was just asking for your quick thing on the fight. Can I just quickly give my piece, and then we're going to go into it deeply? You get me?
Just to finish it off.
Yeah.
Even though he's got weak stamina towards the end of a fight, as you see in the 12th round, that geezer carries power all the way through that fight.
Yeah, that's true.
That's always to be wary about.
Yeah.
But decent fight. What do you say?
Yeah. I think, man. I think it's a quality fight, man. I think, I gave I got the same scorecard as you. I can really 4 rounds to Wilder, 2 rounds with the knockdowns, and then 2 other rounds. Other than that, I give him round 2 and round 5. But apart from that, I gave Tyson every round. Apart from that, I think, what I've learned from the whole thing is that Wilder, basically he's just that one punch say give him 2 punches because the left hook can be a little bit dangerous as well. That can stun you. But apart from that, this guy has got nothing else. His feet were awful, man. Like, you see how wide his feet were. Like, he's just looking for that one haymaker for the whole 12 rounds. His boxing IQ is poor. His defense is poor. His stamina is poor. Like, Tyson Fury's lost 10 stone. He was still 4 stone heavier than him or whatever, 3.5 stone, 4 stone heavier than him, and he still had a better fitness than him. Like, I just don't get it. I think flipping. But yeah, I think obviously though Wilder's just got that power, man, and And like I said in the chat, I don't know if anyone, like when we was in the WhatsApp chat last night, I think it was like me, Akan, and oh no, I think Hassan, you was in it as well. I said in 112, I said I think Wilder's going to catch him in this round, and bang, he caught him, man. Like that's like he's got the power all the way through, but really and truly, his stamina is terrible. Also, man, you got to think like this is Tyson Fury's really this. I mean, this is Tyson Fury's first fight back, yeah, because the other two people that he fought, Pianetta and Sefa Safiri, whatever his name was, they weren't really fights. You know what I mean? That wasn't a fight. This was his first fight back. So Wilder's fighting a guy that's been off for nearly 3 years, been flipping partying like a rock star, like he says. You know what I mean? Comes back and in his first fight, like really, he lost. You know what I mean? Like, what does that say about Wilder? You know what I mean? But saying that, I think there's certain things that Fury could have done better.
He showboated a bit too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah, exactly that. Because I think there was a time where he could have even got Wilder out of there. Because I tell you what, Tyson Fury was licking Wilder, yeah. Like especially you see, there was like 3 or 4 times where he hit him with a jab and an overhand right, straight like you know what I mean, straight down the pipe. About 3 or 4 times in the fight, and Wilder was staggered. He was confused. He was dazed. And if this was Tyson Fury of 3 years ago, then he would have this would have been a walk in the park for him, really. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's my that's my take on it. So moving on next, what do you guys feel about all right, I'll tell you what, just tell me what you feel about Wilder's performance first. Hassan, you can go first.
Don't mean to be funny, mate, but we're meant to be bantering and debating here, but we're asking questions. I've told you already, I think Wilder was shit. I think he's got that one power one, that's all he's got. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. I had him winning the 2nd, the 9th, and also I give him the 12th because he had a knockdown. That's what I think.
Do you think your lover boy AJ could have took that shot that he gave Tyson in the 12th?
Do you know what makes me laugh is I keep saying all this shit, right? The thing about it is what? Didn't Wilder take a raw slick off fucking Klitschko and get back up?
AJ.
No, didn't AJ take a raw slick off Klitschko and get back up? But I suppose people are gonna tell me that Vladimir ain't got no power.
No, Vladimir's got power, man, but Vladimir's old.
He's got 53 knockouts out of 60 fights.
Yeah, but he's old, bro. Come on, man. If we're saying that Ortiz is old, then we've got to say Vladimir's old, bro. We can't, you know what I mean? We've got to keep it fair.
No, I don't think he would, and I think he'd been KO'd then.
No, cut the long story short, I do think if Anthony Joshua got caught with that shot, it'd be very testing to see if he got up. But he did get up after that shot from Klitschko. Two different types of punchers. Wilder's a big puncher. To be fair, that's all he's got in his game. So obviously he relies on that a lot more. But who's to say? I think with that type of fight, Joshua Wilder is who catches who first.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
But and as well though, like, do you think Wilder, like obviously seeing Wilder now, like I think I'm even more convinced that Joshua can KO him like pretty easy, really.
Yeah, I definitely think Joshua's got. Looking at
AJ's got to be licking his lips now, innit? Really,
I see what you're saying with that.
Got to be licking his lips.
But do you not think because like maybe Fury's probably got a little bit more ring craft in terms of pugilistic boxing? He's probably slightly in front of Joshua. As much as I think Joshua would beat Fury,
definitely.
Do you not think Wilder Joshua would be a closer match than how we've all scored the card last night?
Definitely so.
Yeah, definitely. But then, do you know what? Saying
because
that, yeah,
it's like they say, styles make fights, and I think,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it would be much more.
And even saying that, bruv, yeah, I think though, even on last night's performance, I think even Fury would give AJ a hell of a lot of problems, you know, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not even too sure if AJ could pull it off. These boys, what I'm saying is, these boys need to fight Tyson quick before he gets back in the flow of things. Because give him another 2 or 3 fights, mate, it's over.
Well, I think it's too late. Not too late for that, but I think Tyson's in his flow already, mate. Last night, he's only going to get stronger. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly that.
The thing
Exactly
about
that.
it is, let me ask you a question here, right? How many people actually go for Tyson?
What do you
Like,
mean?
go directly at him? Do you know what I mean?
He's
Who
too
actually
big, man.
try to do what he's going to do?
It's hard to
How
hit, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's all about styles. Styles make fights.
like I think like one fighter that will probably give Tyson the most problems is probably someone like a Miller or a Joe, not maybe a Joe Joyce or someone that moves. You know what I mean? You got with Tyson because he's a mover. You've got to be able to move as well. You know what I mean? There's no good you having power.
I
or
totally disagree, mate. I think with Tyson, mate, you've just got to literally just rush him. I think
Yeah,
you
but-
rush him
And that I agree with you, and that is why I reckon AJ caused him problems because
Yeah.
AJ will go direct at him.
Yeah, but if you rush him,
to-
bro, you've got to get him out of there because what? You're gonna rush him. You're gonna waste all your energy, and then what?
But that's your best opportunity.
Yeah, but then what?
If not, you either got to rush him or knock him out throughout the fight and do what Wilder done and just look for that one shot.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you've got to grind him down, man. You've got to like. The thing is, what I'm surprised Wilder didn't do is go to the body. Like, I'm surprised that he did not.
I was thinking that he didn't go to the body. Just try and weaken him out for the later rounds.
I'd have been going to that body for the first 6 rounds, bro. I'd have been going to that body, going to that body, going to that body for the first 6 rounds. You know what I mean? And then after that, when his hands drop, then you start going with the flipping uppercuts and the hooks and whatever. But he didn't go for the body, man. And I think with Fury, I think no matter who fights him and that, I think if you look, we've all seen that Fury is like anyone in the big heavyweights could knock him down. Yeah. So I think all you got to do is just grind him down, man. But what he's got is heart. So you got to grind it. You got to take that soul out of him, man. You got to get in that body so he can't breathe. So he's struggling to gasp for wind, for air. You know what I mean? Because if you rush him, all he's going to do is tie you up and put his flipping 18, 19 stone and just lean on you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's where I think, even though he weighs more than Anthony Joshua, I think Anthony Joshua's got the best chance of beating him out of anyone else because Anthony Joshua can't push Anthony Joshua around with his weight and his height.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
I also think Anthony Joshua is very basic compared to where he just comes with a straight ones and twos.
1-2s, yeah.
But,
he's only got 4 punches.
but I think he is. But I think the best way to beat Tyson Fury for AJ is to literally come out rushing him. And I think if he does that, he's got half a chance because, as you see last night, he can go over.
Yeah. See, do you know what I think? I think for AJ, the best thing to do with Tyson is to wear him down, keep it at a high pace for like if we can keep it at a high pace for 5 or 6 rounds, and just keep touching his belly and his chest and that. You know what I mean? Just keep the jabs coming, 1-2s and that. But yeah, man, output him, but outwork him for the first 5 or 6 rounds and tap up, soften up that belly. And then in the later rounds, just plant your feet and then just fucking, I think you could get him out of there. Because Tyson, you know what I mean? Like I say, you could definitely knock him out or knock him down. You know what I mean? Whether he gets up or not, I think.
You see the way Tyson just flicks that jab out?
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
Naughty.
And the way he was rolling Wilder's punch. But the thing is, yeah, I love to big Tyson up, yeah, like in yesterday's fight, the way he's. But Wilder's his technique is so shit that you don't even know whether to even really big him up because he punches like he's still amateur.
Yeah, it is quite shocking. But the thing is, what I don't understand is his technique is so shit. The geezer got a bronze medal in the Olympics.
Oh no. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, but you got that's what I'm saying with power. When you're that age and that, yeah, you know what I mean. If you've got a bit of power, then you're taking out most man in that. You know what I mean. If you look now, as he's gone up in opposition, the last couple of fights, he's finding it harder and harder and harder to get people out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, are we moving on? Or are we speaking about Wilder and Fury, guys? But not about the fight. Did you hear what Shelley Finkel said last night?
What about Joshua and that?
It would rather do the rematch with Tyson Fury than the thing of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I think if that is the case, that's a shame because I don't think they're going to fight in the first quarter of the year with Tyson. I think Tyson Fury is going to have a nice 6 months off now.
Yeah. I don't think.
I don't think you'll go off the rails or anything. I just think you just have a nice
Yeah,
6 months
need a
off.
rest. Even Ben was saying it in the ring, weren't he? I think
Yeah.
they ain't gonna fight before June.
So this gives a perfect opportunity for Wilder to maximise his chances with AJ and fight AJ for the undisputed.
What do you
Because
think?
if
Yeah,
you
go
put in
on.
perspective, he fights AJ, it's a massive fight. But if he wins that, he fights him again. Then if he wins that, he then fights Fury for all the belts, which is a massive fight.
Yeah. I don't
The
know.
thing about it is, mate, I mean, surely, I just think people are stupid if they can't see that Wilder doesn't want the AJ fight.
The way I honestly look at it is, I think he did want the fight. I think there was too many egos to get the deal done, well, on both sides, and I think it mostly pissed Wilder off that much. No matter what he was getting told from his team, whether it was correct information or false information, Wilder himself is sitting there got his mindset off. That I was in to say, like, fuck Anthony Joshua, I'll go my own route, I'll do my own thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't need Anthony Joshua. If it's there, it's a big bonus. So that's the reason why he's fighting, for example, Tyson Fury in a pay-per-view. His next fight might be Ortiz again or Brazil in a pay-per-view. Depending how well... I wonder how well last night's pay-per-view went.
When we find out.
I think it's going to do well,
Someone type it in Google and see what something comes up.
I don't think... Are the numbers out there? I don't think they're out until tomorrow, are they?
I don't think they are, but someone might have some...
Yeah. I mean, talking about the potential fights, I think, to be honest, I think he wants to flip in. I don't think he wants to fight Joshua, not because he's scared of him or nothing, but I think Eddie Hearn's pissed him off so much, he just wants to flip in, leave them in the dark, you know what I mean, and just do his own thing, and like basically like just say, you know what, fuck it, like I can make it without you lot. Because you got to feel like Eddie Hearn is literally took the piss out of him so much, saying he ain't nobody, and then Tyson Fury coming over.
You know,
I know.
Around LA, you know, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
I done it. What Fury done it? No one knows who he is.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly.
But do you know what?
But obviously that gets to it, bro.
No. Listen. Right. I get annoyed when people sit there and tell me, "Oh, well, who's AJ going to fight next?" Rare. Not being funny. It's clear daylight. It's daylight that Wilder does not want this fight for whatever reason. He does not want this fight. He chose Fury because he thought it would be the easier option, and he got a massive surprise yesterday. Right? He does not want the AJ fight. All this 50 million bollocks is bullshit. Do you understand what I mean? When people sit up and wake up and realise that, having deals in place when you've got people who can't fight on certain channels, who can't do certain things, the fight ain't going to be made. Yeah? You agreed to a £12 million, $12 million to fight AJ here, right? They sent you over the contract and everything, but you wouldn't sign it, you wouldn't respond to it, knowing that the WBO were going to call, was it WBO or the WBA? We're going to call their mandatory with Povetkin. It's all the game. And now people go, well, who's he going to fight White next? So we don't want to see that fight. The thing about who else is there to fight at the moment? Who else is there for AJ to fight if Wilder doesn't want to fight?
Miller.
Big baby.
Yeah, Miller. Fair play. I'd actually fight Miller before I fought White, to be fair. I would do that. But who else? That's what I'm saying. There's no one else.
Andre
it's clear to state that you don't want the money. What they make? $8 million last night each.
Did they? Is that it?
Yeah.
Nah, sure there's got to be more than that.
Well, they're the figures that I've seen about Tyson Fury donating his $8 million that he's getting for it to charity. Well, I mean, so if he got $8 million, how much did Wilder?
Yeah, but Wilder got 75-25 though. What was it? Was it?
Never
was it
75-25?
What? Who won the? Was it a purse bid or what was it?
No, I don't think it was a purse bid. It was another one of his voluntaries.
A joint.
He had 3 voluntaries and 3. He's had voluntaries. For
but who put up the money? That's what I'm saying. Was it a joint co-promotion or was it
Wilder?
Wilder put up the money, yeah. So if Wilder puts up the money, it's got to be. It's how much?
basically, it come out from the commission that the guaranteed purses was Wilder was 4 million, Fury was £3 million. That was the guaranteed purses. That's not including pay-per-view buys and so on. It's estimated that Fury would do about £10 million and Wilder would do about $50 million.
Interesting to see what happens there.
Well, I mean, very well could be because I mean, at the end of the day, it was sold out in the end. You know what I mean? And obviously, I mean, depending on the pay-per-view numbers in America, it probably. I mean, yeah, probably could. But I mean that. But saying that, I mean, look at that though. Yeah, right. So look at those numbers. Yeah. So that's Deontay Wilder's biggest purse he's ever going to make. Yeah, other than Joshua, right? And he's what 15 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. In his terms, in his words, that's crackhead money. You know what I mean? So he's making crackhead money off fucking Fury, and that's his biggest fight, bro.
You've said it yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
They offered us peanuts. They offered us $12 million, and they didn't they re-offer him $15 million? It's crackhead money.
20,
You're
I think,
going to go and fight Wilder.
Yeah, then it went at
£15
million.
Huh?
Yeah.
Did they up it to?
And then they upped it.
£50 million.
No, it was all dollars that went to Wilder.
Yeah, but I think it went up to about $20 million or just under 20 million, didn't it? Like the next the following.
And you're not taking the fight. Why?
Mm.
Why are you not taking the fight? The thing about it is, mate, is do you know what? I just think that they don't want to fight. Not that they. I don't think Wilder wants to fight with AJ. However, I do feel that Eddie has been a bit disrespectful to Fury.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what I think. Yeah, I think Wilder will fight AJ. I think Shelley Finkel don't want to fight.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think Shelley don't want to fight because at the end of the day, Shelley had like fucking he had bare fighters and he gave them all up. You know what I mean? He cancelled all this shit and kept Wilder, just Wilder. You know what I mean? That's why they didn't fight Klitschko. You know what I mean? Shelley Finkel himself saying that he ain't ready for Klitschko, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And he only piped up once Klitschko was beaten. And not even to Tyson Fury, because remember when Tyson Fury went over there in his own ring, flipping called him out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the fight, Tyson went on a bit of a mad one, but I don't even think the fight would have got made then. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyson was in his prime. I don't think they would have allowed. Once Wilder loses that belt, it's over for him.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more American heavyweight boxing. There's no more American heavyweight champ. There's no more American heavyweight pay-per-view. You know what I mean? That's it. It's all finished.
Yeah, but pay-per-view's dying anyway. Full stop.
Yeah. He's dead. Yeah. Well, but yeah, it is. Well, it is over here. But you got to think over there is still a big thing.
No, good boy. Pay-per-view over here is a big thing. Yeah, pay-per-view over in America is dead. When you got lots of DAZN, ESPN,
bro,
all these people
listen,
doing
you ask all right, so I'm just saying, bro. You ask a fighter, yeah, you still are. Why do you think Errol Spence that's making a big noise that they're on pay-per-view now? All these these apps, yeah, they're coming out now. That's the future. But
why did Canelo, the biggest pay-per-view?
Yeah, but he's the first one, bro. But that's just one out of how many boxers, bro? You know what I'm saying?
He's the biggest pay-per-view star,
bro,
mate.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. I know, but he's one person. That's what I'm saying.
Mate. Thing is dying.
Not all of them.
If you
listen,
can't see that, then I don't know what to say to you.
Bro, not what. All right, so what? You think all of them boxers are going to get what Canelo gets? The only reason.
Okay, Glenroy. How many pay-per-views has Showtime done this year?
I don't know, bro. I don't follow Showtime.
Two.
Yeah, two exactly.
Two.
Yeah,
exactly
right.
This year.
Right.
Understand what I mean? Doesn't that say that's dying?
Yeah, it's dying. That's what I'm saying. It's dying. But they're obviously with the inclusion now, yeah, of these flipping apps and DAZN and all this shit, yeah. Obviously, they're trying to make a resurgence of pay-per-view. Hence why they're trying to big up the Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence pay-per-view. Hence why the PBC showcase last week, exactly. They're all trying to get on the pay-per-view platform because over there they're still on the pay-per-view thing, bro. I'm not saying that I'm on it, we're on it. I'm saying that the boxers over there are still on it. That's what they're still striving for. You see what I'm saying? So pay-per-view is a big thing over there, bro. You know what I mean? So that and at the end of the day, you got to think the streaming apps, yeah, it's $5 and that. So these flipping the fighters, the promoters, the broadcasters, if they're getting $80 to $100 per pay-per-view, they're going to try and keep that shit on for as long as possible, mate. That's all I'm saying. Anyone else got anything to add on it?
Yeah, do you know what? Pay-per-view is dying in America, but it will die eventually. As you can see, Showtime are trying to do a reassurance of it. But they've lined up all these things, but I think they're only going to harm it. $75 it was last night. That's not no cheap money, mate. That's like about £60.
It's only a matter of time. The thing is, yeah, these apps and that, the thing is, yeah, ESPN, like, no one was really fucking with ESPN anyway. It's only since the zone's gone out there now, everyone's talking about these new app things and this, that, and the other, yeah, there's the streaming services and that. Right. So, and at the moment, everyone's hating on Eddie and hating on the zone and trying to do whatever they can to stop. So they're gonna keep the pay-per-view, all these fans are gonna keep the pay-per-view running, they're gonna keep paying their money, but eventually, as you can see, like, all these flipping other boxes now are going to these streaming services. They're gonna, they're not gonna keep paying fucking $75 for one fight and that when you can have, like you say, $10 for a whole month of boxing or whatnot. You know what I mean? So eventually, it is gonna die out, but I can't see it dying out for the next 2 or 3 years. Personally,
Yeah, I'll give it a year, mate. It's dead.
Personally,
yeah, I'll give it a year.
It just obviously it's just gonna, and also it depends on how quickly DAZN and these other promoters that are on streaming networks can get the boxers to fight, on the networks. Once that happens, then yeah, it's over.
I just don't see it happening, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just think a year in this out, mate. Like HBO have packed it in already. Do you know what I mean? It's just that with Showtime at the moment. Showtime are putting on Deontay Wilder's first ever pay-per-view in 41 fights. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I just think it's dying, mate. I think more and more, PBC has signed a deal with ESPN. Yeah. So all their fights are going to be shown on ESPN on their broadcasting £5 app. You've got Zone, PBC and ESPN, isn't it?
No.
Oh, who is it then?
Top Rank with ESPN, isn't they?
Yeah, Top Rank.
Sorry. Yeah. Right. So who are PBC?
But Top Rank ain't got no one, man. Top Rank is shit, bro. They've only got Terence Crawford, bro.
Yeah. So who are PBC?
Loma, yeah. But they've got no one in like the upper weights or nothing really, like, you know what I mean?
Who have PBC got then? Well, who are PBC with?
Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
Right, and that's a stream, isn't it?
No. That's free. And I think they're doing pay-per-view, and that's free, like Sky One sort of thing, or say Sky Sports.
Right. I think that's more terrestrial TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a free thing.
So cut a long story short, I just.
I think they're still going to do pay-per-view events, though, aren't they? Or is he doing it on Showtime?
There'll be pay-per-view as well.
Yeah, but is PBC going to be doing their pay-per-views on Showtime?
I think so. I think Fox as well, to be fair.
Yeah. I know Fox is definitely having some pay-per-views.
Well, yeah, the PBC put pay-per-view last night was on Showtime, wasn't it?
What's Spencer Garcia on?
I think it's on Fox.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Big old parish, yeah. So, interesting times, man.
Yeah.
Interesting times. Did anyone see the herd and thingy, that British guy? I can't remember his name. Just for the main event.
Jason Wellborn.
Yeah, Wellborn. That's it. Yeah.
He won't come at him, did he?
Yeah, he done all right, man. I'll give him his props and that. He done all right. You see Charlo come in afterwards and that, come in the ring, giving it a big talk and that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got all these new, like, you got to think, man. Boxing's taken, and there's a new generation of boxers now. You know what I mean? And obviously, like, over in America, like, Al Heyman's got a lot of the
up and coming.
Yeah, as we call the hot prospects. You know what I mean? Like, I think hopefully, like, if Eddie can tap into a couple, like, even just one of their fighters in that one.
Why didn't Eddie Hearn ever try? Well, I don't know. Might have tried, but why didn't he ever sign Joe Joyce?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think he should. Yeah, he should have signed Joe Joyce, man.
He was a future opponent for Joshua.
Yeah.
Give it some fights with people like Pricey and that. See Pricey and Little. Pricey and Little. They was trying to get Michael Hunt to attack him.
Why do you think Joyce didn't sign with her then? Ben Hearn didn't want him, or
He has got ties with Richard Schaefer already.
sorry?
He's got ties with Richard Schaefer.
There we go then.
Schaefer
But even before that,
Man.
when he sold with David Hay.
Schaefer hates Hearn, don't he? Yeah, do you see it? Schaefer hates Hearn really, man. He pretends to like him like when he's with him and that, but he hates him really.
Yeah, it's just too many politics in boxing, man. Too many people protecting too many people, mate. That's the problem.
Do you know what, man? I just love it, man. I love that Hearn's that fucking they've got out there, man. He's doing his thing out there, man. You know what I mean? I just think it's fucking sick. Shut these fucking Americans up, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
And talk too much shit. Yeah. So what's next week? Is it Kell Brook next week?
Yeah, Kell Brook's next week.
Is he fighting?
Going to get the fight, so that'll be week after's Canelo, isn't it? Canelo
Yeah. That's gonna be I can't wait for that one. And then after that, it's the big one, isn't it?
Yeah, White Chisora, Frampton, Warrington. Decent couple of weeks.
So what's your predictions? Who's Kell Brook fighting? Another nobody.
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
That's dead. So what's your predictions for Canelo and Fielding? Because that's the next half decent fight.
Canelo, isn't it? Canelo's going to box his head off.
Yeah. Any rounds?
I think he'll win in points, to be honest.
Yeah.
You reckon he will go the distance, do you? I'm Fielding.
Yeah, he's the bigger guy. He's going to carry the more weight, isn't he?
Yeah, I suppose, because he's such super middleweight, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Canelo's still going to get him out of there, you know. I think round 8.
See, like boxing, that's a good little move by Canelo and Golden Boy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go and fight Fielding.
It's a smart move.
Fielding. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah.
It's kind of a soft touch, even though he's going up in weight. That it's a soft touch, really. It gives him that blind that he's going up in weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gives him that blind. He's going up in weight and gives him the option of doing what he's got to do. So, good on to him, mate. It's good business from Canelo. And good luck to Fielding as well. Good luck to Fielding.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. All right then, lads. So should we wrap it up there?
Yep.
We'll see you
Good
next
night.
week.
God bless you.
Good night, boys. Enjoy match of the day.
Yeah, man. It's been a good weekend. Unlucky for Tyson Fury. Good win for the Gooners, though. You know what I mean? Putting the Spurs boys back in their place. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Give them the socials, Hassan.
Twitter in the box. On Facebook, he's actually got Inbox logo, but Sports and Banter Vlogcast. Can't change the name for some reason. And then obviously the YouTube channel in the box.
Sweet as the nut. And yeah, man. So we'll be back next weekend. More football talk and that. Little Kell Brook review. So yeah, until then, guys, say goodbye.
Peace out. Good night.
Always look on the bright side of
The life.
life.
Ellis, look who's gone. The last one standing, the two Gooners. Until next week, gents, ladies and gents, we'll see you later.
Adios.
Adios.